Welcome back, everyone. This is a video series for a crash course in location data intelligence, and I'm Himanshi. This video consists of the first block for this course. The learning goals that we have outlined for this block and this video are as follows. The first goal is to download and install Anaconda and QGIS. Second, to explore Jupyter Notebook, as we will be working with Python, and Jupyter Notebooks are good to use with Python. Download and open Jupyter Notebook code that we have prepared for this workshop. And the fourth one is to download the Twitter data that we will be using, which are geolocated tweets and they are our location data set. And we'll also explore the structure of a tweet later. To achieve the goals, we will learn how to set up the environment and install the tools that we need for this workshop, which include Anaconda, or you can also use Jupyter Notebooks and QGIS. Since I will not be going over the installation step by step, I will provide an external link which will serve as a comprehensive guide for the required installations. Next, we will download the code file and the dataset required for this analysis. Once that is done, we will download the libraries that we need for proceeding with this workshop. Those libraries will be in Python. After that is done, we will peek into the data that we will be using for this workshop to understand it better. Again, since I will be practically demonstrating the analysis in the coming video series, I would like to encourage you to all to pause the video and complete the installations before proceeding with the next steps. The link provided here is a step-by-step guide to install Jupyter Notebooks or Anaconda on your computer. Anaconda is a distribution that consists of a suite of applications, and Jupyter Notebook is one of that application. For the sake of this workshop, we will be using Jupyter Notebooks. So you can either install Jupyter Notebooks separately or install the entire Anaconda suite, which is fairly simpler than installing just Jupyter Notebooks. For this workshop, either is fine. It depends on you, because we just need to run the Jupyter code in Jupyter Notebooks. But it would be best to have some basic knowledge of Python pandas and Python data structures, because we'll be using that extensively in the tutorials. I would again recommend you to pause this video here and complete the installation before moving forward. So this is the link that I have provided as the guide for installing Jupyter Notebooks or Anaconda. There is a short video here as well, and it is pretty comprehensive. This is for installing Anaconda. Hope this helps you to get done with the installations. Next, we'll see how to install QGIS. This link is the installation guide to QGIS. QGIS is the tool that we will be using for our data visualization section. It has good features for visualizing data which is in time series as well as geospatial data. Also, it is completely okay if you're not familiar with QGIS, as we will cover the basics of this tool while creating the visualizations for our data set. Again, please pause this video and move forward with the installation before proceeding ahead with the video. So this is the guide for installing QGIS. If you have a Windows machine, this is the section that you need to follow. This is the latest release. For Linux, this is the section, and there are several other OS which are described here, which you can use. This is the one for Mac. Please go through this page, and I hope you find this comprehensible enough to help you install QGIS. The next step is to download the code and the data that we will need for the video series. Because I want you all to work along with me in this video, I would like you to install the Jupyter Notebooks, QGIS, as well as the code that we will be using to execute the analysis. And since you would be needing the dataset to execute the code, please download the dataset as well. I've uploaded both the code as well as the dataset in this Google Drive here. Please download the files which are location data workshop.ipynb. This is the Jupyter Notebook, which has the code. It has comments as well, so that can help you during the time when you're not actually referring to this videos. And this is the CSV dataset, which contains the dataset for analysis. It is a set of anonymized Twitter data with geolocation data. We'll explore how the data looks in the next sections. Since we will be using Python as the base code for this workshop, we will install some libraries in Python which can be used for analysis. We'll be using Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib mainly. Pandas is a library that is used for data analysis. What's cool about Pandas is that it takes data in the form of a CSV or an Excel file, and it even takes complex things like a SQL database, and it creates a Python object with rows and columns, which is called data frames. These data frames look very similar to tables in a statistical software. The second library that we will use is NumPy. That is also a library which is used to perform a wide variety of mathematical operations on arrays. Arrays are similar to data frames when doing mathematical operations, and NumPy adds powerful data structures to Python that guarantees efficient calculations. So if your data is big, NumPy is very godly. The third library that we will be using is Matplotlib, which is used to generate plots like histograms, bar charts, scatter plots, etc. with just a few lines of code. We will use this library to explore the dataset. Now, if you already have these libraries installed, please skip these steps. If not, you need to install them before proceeding ahead. Right now, we need Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib for analysis. The pip installer can be used, which can be run on the Python command prompt. Just search for Anaconda prompt on your machine from the start menu and run these commands on the terminal that comes up. So the first command that you have to use is the pip install pandas. This command will install pandas, and this might take a while to download, but please wait till the installation is done before executing the command for NumPy. Each library will be installed using a separate pip install command. Once this is done, we can import these at once. So this is how the libraries are imported in our Jupyter Notebook code. We import pandas and save it as PD and use it in the rest of the code as PD. Similarly, we save NumPy as NP and Matplotlib as PRT. Now the next step is to import the CSV that you downloaded before as a pandas data frame from the Google Drive link. Since every row of the CSV consists of a tweet and its GPS data, we can name this data frame as tweets. I will focus into the structure of this tweet in block 2. So this is the location from where the file is imported. This will have to be your uh, downloads folder or wherever you have saved the file in your PC. And this is the shape of this tweets variable. So the PD saves this file into the tweets data frame, and now we are seeing the shape of this data frame. So this data frame contains around 685,000 tweets and 4 columns, which look like this. Uh, Using the head command, we can see the first 4 rows of this data set. It has 4 columns as indicated over here, and this is how the data looks like. So what each row consists of is a unique identifier for a user account, which is the user ID, uh, which is also the account through which the tweet was made, whose data that we have stored. The second column is the longitude coordinate of the location of the tweet, which is saved as long. And the third one is the lat coordinate, which is the latitude coordinate, and it is of the place from which the tweet was made. The lat and long in combination are the coordinates for the exact location of the tweet. The time is the timestamp, that is the date and the time at which the tweet was made. So with this, we complete the first block. I hope you all have completed the installations of the software and the libraries successfully, and you have a fair idea of how the data set looks. I will see you all in the next video, which is block 2 of this course. Thank you.